So you're young and you want to become a millionaire. I'm Tatiana and I wanted to make this video today for my subscribers who are in your teenage years or maybe even early 20s, because I've been fortunate that at a relatively young age I was able to achieve financial freedom. By age 24, I officially became a millionaire, and by age 25, a multi-millionaire. So when they say that the rich get richer, there's definitely truth in that. And it's simply because when you have money, it does become easier to make more money, to put your money to work. However, most of us didn't grow up with a silver spoon in our mouths, so we all had to start somewhere. I by no means did. I worked for every dollar that I've spent. And so I wanted to make this video for kind of my younger self, for those of you who are young and ambitious, motivated, driven, those of you who have great goals for your life, a beautiful vision, great big dreams for yourself, who want to earn financial freedom at a young age so that you can live life and not have to wait until you're retired to do a lot of the things that you might want to do. And it is totally realistic for you to have this desire. There are more young millionaires than ever before in history, and the internet has made that a possibility. So it's absolutely realistic for you, as long as you're motivated, driven, creative, and willing to put in the hard work. Nothing is going to replace hard work. Nobody's going to hand anything to you. So this video, I'm just going to share with you some tips, maybe some pieces of advice that might help you as you are at this age. So the first thing I want to share is about the importance of making decisions. Every decision you make is going to shape your destiny. If you weigh them on a scale, there are some decisions that are not going to weigh heavily. They're not going to make such a significant impact on your future, but there are other decisions that will shape your future, that will change the direction that you go. And so as a young adult, it can be very easy to be impulsive. It's actually a hormonal thing, especially in the teenage years as the hormones are starting to change. A lot of people can be very impulsive, but it's also, social setting, social pressure, wanting to fit in. And so you can make rash decisions that really aren't well thought out. And so I want you guys to really emphasize and understand the importance of the decisions that you make. And when you're young, you tend to have a lot of time on your hands, a lot more time than adults, a lot fewer responsibilities, and you don't realize how big of a benefit that is until you become an adult. Once you're an adult, you've got your career, you're working 9 to 5, say, you come home, you've got family responsibilities, you have very little time to work on yourself, you have very little time to work on a side business, your time becomes more limited. And so in your teenage years, when you're in high school, when you're young, and you are living at home with your parents, they're taking care of you, they're feeding you, you don't have financial responsibilities, you just have time, that's valuable time. And that time can easily be wasted. You can choose to just go to parties, hang out with friends, spend your time just like working on your social status, because let's be honest, most of high school, the worries and the drama, it's all about how you're showing up in your social circle. It's all about the cliques and do I fit in and what did this person say and that person say. And let me tell you that once you get out of high school, none of that matters. All of that drama is gone. You're probably not even going to talk to 90% of the people that you went to school with. So I would advise you not to waste your time on that. Even like spending time to just get dolled up in the morning if you're a woman and you care so much about your look. I know I did that. I would wake up and spend an hour just trying to dress up and look good just to show up for school. Like all of this time, each hour that has been spent is, in my opinion, time that is wasted. In hindsight, I would have preferred to use that time to learn, to develop myself, to equip myself with skills, life skills that are going to benefit my future self. And so if you're in high school and you're spending every weekend going to parties or spending your money going and drinking with friends, like, how is that really going to help you achieve your dreams? How is that going to help you earn financial freedom or become a millionaire? It's not. So I'm not saying that you shouldn't have fun, because by no means do you want to become an adult and then later have regrets that you didn't enjoy your youth, but understand how precious your youth is. And understand that you have a lot of time on your hands that you could be putting to good use. in my 20s, I made the decision that I'm not going to do what most people do. Because if you do what most people do, well, you're going to get the same results that most people have. And the truth is that most people are unhappy with their lives. So I want an extraordinary life. So I've got to do what most people aren't willing to do. And so in my 20s, I made the decision that I'm not going to do like what a lot of my friends are doing, going out and partying and having a great time every weekend. I decided that I'm just going to be laser focused on my growth. I used that time to read as many books as I could, self-development especially, learn about myself and my psychology, my limiting beliefs, go to events and seminars that would help me grow, and also build a business and save money. Again, because it's a great time to save money when you don't have a lot of financial responsibilities. And so I used that time, I would say, wisely, and that's how I was able to achieve financial success at such a young age. By 24, in 4 years, I became a millionaire officially. And that's because I made the decision that, you know what, I don't think I'm going to regret missing out on a few parties and having fun with my friends and having more of a social life. I don't think I would trade that for the ability to retire in my 30s. I'd much rather the option to retire in my 30s. So I would encourage you to kind of look at your personal life, your social life right now. Are you wasting these precious years? Are you just spending them worrying about keeping up with your appearances or your clique or whatever it may be, and finding that balance? Because of course you do want to have a social life. It is important as well. The second thing I will say is that it's important to understand delayed gratification. When you're making a decision, you have to realize that there are going to be short-term benefits in this decision, but long-term, are there repercussions? Long-term, if I delay the gratification today, what are the long-term benefits? And so, for example, I can give you something we can all relate to. In the short term, we might want to have that cheesecake, or indulge in whatever it is that we want to eat. And in the short term, it tastes good, but long term, what are the repercussions? Long term, we'll end up gaining weight over the long run. Long term, it can lead to obesity, it can lead to diabetes, it can lead to cardiovascular disease, it can lead to low self-esteem. Like, there are repercussions from that decision. And of course, one piece of cheesecake isn't going to do that for you, but if you're making that same decision day after day, it adds up. And so I would say that, again, for me, I was willing to delay my gratification. I was willing to say, okay, I'm not going to indulge in this right now because I will save that for later. Right now, I'm going to use this time to kind of grind, put my head down, focus, and then later I have the rest of my life to live. I have so many years ahead of me that I can enjoy myself and do that. And I do that to this day, to be honest. I live well below my means in terms of lifestyle. I could go out and kind of spend more money, have more fun, indulge myself more, but I'm trying to be wise with my investment decisions, with my money management. And, a lot of women in my position might be making the decision that, hey, I would love to buy that $5,000 Louis Vuitton purse or Prada purse or whatever that designer brand may be. But the way I see it is that $5,000, if I delayed my gratification, I could put that into a stock, maybe an Apple stock or an Amazon stock, and that stock over the long run will grow and will help me get closer to achieving my financial goals. And or I can invest it into like a dividend paying stock, which will help me earn money, passive income each month. So I'm very willing to not indulge in a lot of these materialistic things, so that I can create an investment portfolio that's going to enable me to earn truly passive income for the rest of my life. Like, for me, it's a no-brainer. And yes, once in a while I do buy some luxury items. I don't feel bad about it. Why not? But it's not a routine thing of mine. So just consider that delayed gratification is a very important thing to understand and have a grapple on, because there are going to be a lot of decisions that you have to make in your life. And sometimes you need to understand that, hey, maybe if I can delay indulgence for a little bit, there are many more long-term benefits. Now, I also want to share with you how important it is to choose your friend group wisely. I understand that in high school, it's all about your social circle, it's all about your friends, and maybe you're limited with the people that you can choose to be in your life. But understanding that in any situation, you are going to be influenced by the people in your inner circle. You are going to be influenced by their personalities, by their habits, by the way that they live their life, whether you're conscious of it or not. And most often, we are not conscious of how our friends are influencing us. So I want you to understand that you may have a friend group that you've been friends with for a number of years or even recently, and maybe you're different. Maybe you're just a bit more ambitious than everyone else. Not saying that it's right or wrong. There's no right or wrong here. There's no right or wrong way to live your life. I'm just saying that for you, if you are someone who has big goals for yourself, you have a lot of dreams that you want to accomplish, you have good work ethic, and you kind of want to go here, but your friends want to stay here, then they will, in some ways, most often than not, hold you back. And it's not because they don't love you, it's because they love you that they hold you back. It's another subconscious thing. When they see that you're growing as a person, that you're developing, that you're learning, that you're changing, it scares them. It makes them feel like because you're changing, they might lose you. And so subconsciously, they might start to hold you back. They might start to discourage you for certain decisions, or they might kind of hold you back with the decisions that they make, the lifestyle that they have. So one tip I have for you when it comes to knowing whether your friends are kind of good friends or not is when you achieve something in your life, or when you have a moment that you're excited about, you have something that you want to celebrate, you've achieved a goal, or just something great happened in your life, and you're excited to go and share that story with your friend. And as you're sharing this story with your friend, be aware of their reaction. If they're excited and they're happy for you and they share in your celebration, they share in your joy and your happiness, well, then that's a true friend. But if you see that they don't like it when the spotlight is on you, and they start to take the spotlight away from you, and they start talking about themselves and maybe sharing a similar story to yours, and instead of celebrating in your success, all of a sudden you're talking about them, then that may be an indication that that friend is actually jealous, and that friend is insecure, and they're not comfortable with your success or your growth or your whatever it is that you're celebrating. So I think, that's kind of something that makes me weary, and maybe it's something you can think about in your life. If you have any friends past or present, when you share something with them, it's like they're kind of fake happy for you. You can tell. And they're not genuinely happy, because a real friend, when you're happy, I'm happy. That's real friendship. If the person's not happy for you and they're kind of like trying to shift the spotlight to them, that's insecurity and jealousy. And it's very hard to build true friendship when one person in the relationship is jealous of the other. So just be aware of that. You can love at a distance. If you find that your friend group, it was great, you had a great time with them during high school, but now you've changed as a person, there's nothing wrong with them. They're great people, but maybe you have changed. You have grown, you've become different. And because of that, maybe they're no longer suitable to be in your inner circle because you don't want to be influenced by them. So just be conscious of who your friend group is, because they will influence you. And even if you don't have friends, in some ways, that can actually be better, because if you have friends that are negatively influencing you, that's worse than having no friends at all. And you can always make new friends. Now, this leads me into kind of the next thing I want to talk about is inserting yourself, finding people that you admire, finding people that have similar interests as you, finding mentors that you can learn from, surrounding yourself with people that have kind of achieved what you want to achieve, or have the same type of desires and motivations as you in your life. I would encourage you to also try and be try and find people who are older than you, who have the success that you want to achieve, and learn from them. As a young person, you can find a mentor who'd be willing to kind of take you under their wing and show you the way. And that's really valuable because you can learn so much through someone else's experience. And you never want to be the smartest person in a room. If you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. You want to be like a fly on the wall. You want to be in a group of people that are so intelligent, having such great discussions that you're just sitting there like a sponge, absorbing everything that they say. So I'd encourage you to go out, step outside of your comfort zone, because I know it's not comfortable meeting new people. That's often why we stick with the same friends that we had for many years since high school, because we're too scared to step out of our comfort zone to meet new people. But that's when you start living your life, is when you step outside your comfort zone. So go ahead, do that. Go to meetups, go to events, go to seminars, join a mastermind where you can be around like-minded people who have financially invested to be in that inner circle. That's what's going to help accelerate your success. You can learn from as many books and podcasts and events as you want, but if you're actually in a group of people who have a certain level of success, that's going to help accelerate yours. Now, the last thing I will say is that success often gets the wrong definition. A lot of people will associate success meaning financial success, but the truth is that the definition for success is setting a goal for yourself and achieving it. So if I set a goal for myself this morning to go and empty the dishwasher and I do it, then that is a success. So the better question is success in what area of life? We have many different areas of life, right? Our life is not just about money. How about success in your spiritual life, your relationship with the Creator? How about your success in relationships with your mom and dad, your intimate relationship, your friends? How about success with your physical body and your health? How about success with your emotional body, with your mental health, your inner state? How about financial success? So these are all different areas of success, and I would encourage you to focus on all of them. It's very easy to have tunnel vision and to just narrow in on the financial success, and there are many reasons for that. And I understand that it's important to achieve financial success, to achieve financial freedom, to live a more comfortable lifestyle. It also enables you to focus on other areas of your life. But don't wait until you earn a certain amount of money to focus on those other areas, because those other areas are more important than the money. What's the point of having money when you don't have good health, when you can't even get out of bed to go and enjoy the money? What's the point of having money when you have broken relationships, when your parents don't even want to spend time with you, when you don't have any friends in your life, when you don't have an intimate relationship that is truly loving and someone to share your life with? What's the point of having money when you don't have a good mental state of well-being? If you have a lot of addictions in your life that are leading you down a dark path. So focus on all areas of your life. And studies show that once you get to a certain amount of income per year, I think it might be $100,000 per year, I'm not sure what the exact figure is, but once you reach that point where you're able to pay for your lifestyle expenses and also have money to enjoy yourself and do fun things with your life and have a social environment where you can really have fun, then anything beyond that doesn't contribute to your levels of happiness. So don't get deluded into thinking that the more money you have, the happier you will be. That's not true at all. As you know, money can solve some problems, but only the problems that money can solve. Money's not going to solve your relationship issues. Okay? Money's not going to solve your health issues. It can help to some extent, but it's not going to solve them. You've got to do the work on that. So that's all I have for you guys today. I want to thank you for watching. If you're young and you're eager to build a business and get started, good for you. You know, you have time to your advantage. Use this time. It's so, so valuable. Life will pass you by. I'm only 26 years old, but the last 6 years have flown by. And I'm really grateful for the decisions that I did make in my early 20s. I'm really grateful that I was able to delay gratification, because it's put me in this situation now where I get to live a life that I honestly, it wasn't within my dreams. It's beyond that. So I'm super, super grateful for that. And I know that you guys can achieve that too. So congrats for being here, for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to get started with building an online Amazon FBA business, then I can help you. You can get my free 4-part FBA training series by going to tatianajames.com/FBA, and you can get all of the videos sent straight to your inbox. So that can be a great way for you to get started. But again, just use this time to learn as much as possible, save money, and when an opportunity comes your way and you feel like it's the right thing to do, the right way to start a business, you're gonna know, and then you're gonna have money to actually invest into it. So thanks for watching. If you have questions, comment down below. I'll see you next time.